Just wanna make you feel good.
Hey everybody, Brandon Shiga here for another week of Java 2. Gonna answer the questions really quick and then I'll show you how my app works. So my thoughts on multiple activities is I think it's really cool. They're not very difficult to set up. I think it's actually a little bit easier than Xcode if you need to kind of set up different views. I kind of like it a little bit more. Although the graphical interface is kind of neat in Xcode where you just kind of draw segues between. But definitely passing data between two activities is way easier in Java in my opinion than in Xcode. Thoughts on explicit and implicit intents. Implicit's really cool. The fact that you can just use like the Android applications or another application right inside with like a couple lines of code, that's pretty awesome. And the explicit, I think it's a good way to pass data between two activities. I don't know if it can be used for anything other than that, but that's a really cool feature of it. What would I have done differently if I could? I'm not really sure. Probably just try to research more on the whole save and instance thing, because for some reason my project saves my list view, but it saves the entire one no matter if I filter the list or not. So I don't know if I missed something somewhere in the instructions, but it just saves the entire list. List anything that could use more clarification. When I first wrote over the assignment, I definitely was kind of confused as to what it was asking, but once I got the slides and saw the Hangout, it definitely made a ton more sense. So that's pretty much the only thing that I thought could use. I had a lot of fun with this app. So I'll go over a couple methods here really quick, and then I'll show you guys what it does. Here's my search dialog. So the biggest thing that I was having trouble with in the search dialog was I kept getting a null pointer exception with my string. So I googled like what was happening, and there was nobody that really knew the answer. But then I saw somebody using this v.findViewById, and I was like, oh, well maybe that's the view. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, how does this know? Like this find view by ID, how does it know which view to use? Like it's not the one that's the main activity. So I use an inflator to make a new view, which is using my search dialog XML file, which is just my search box and a label in the box itself. And then I did this v dot, and that took that error away. And then let's see. Here's my onRestore instance state, my save instance state. I'll show you guys my second activity here really quick. So on create, basically my activity is just 3 strings which get passed from the first view. And then I have 2 buttons, one that opens a website to the stream and the other button which opens a way to send the stream to somebody else or to share it. So that's my 2 implicit or explicit, I can't remember which one's which, methods in there. My finish, so this is where I send the data back, and all I have it do is just open a toast. So on activity result it makes a toast. That's pretty much it for this activity, and now I'll show you guys how it runs here really quick. So this is my application. I'll go ahead and hit reset data. That pulls in the data that's stored in the text file. Then if I click search streams, the dialog pops up that says search by game, and I can just type League in there and hit search, and then it shows me all the games with League of Legends, or with the word League rather. But you can kind of see if I flip this sideways, it puts the old list back. And I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But the weird thing is, like, if I search and then I click on one to go to the detail view, and then I go back, the list still stays the same. It still only has the League of Legends game. So I'm not sure if that's just something that I'm screwing up on the screen orientation change, or maybe if it's not even set up right. I'm not sure. But anyways, when you click on one, it takes you to the detail view, which shows you the streamer, their game, and how many viewers they had when the API was called. If you click view stream, it's going to ask if you want to use, I have the Twitch app, so it's going to ask me if I want to use that or Chrome. And basically it'll open a website to that streamer's channel. So this is for Night Blue. And then it'll load. That's Night Blue stream. So if I go back in here, my other option is called Send Stream. So if I click it, it opens up the complete action using. And then you can use like email, Facebook, copy to clipboard. Basically what it does is it just puts the like a title in there, check out this stream, and then it has the link. So that's pretty much my application. Let me see if anything else. Oh, in the pop-up when you go back, that's the little toast message that shows up. So yeah, that is my app, guys. I hope you like it, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.